between these two players is underway, and oh boy, we're excited for this one.
Oh, Paulo.
Hello?
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's my name. Don't wear it out.
I'll try not to. Really excited about this match. Let's go ahead and introduce these players, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and wake up in Sweden, wake up online. Give a big cheer for Evil Genius's Jaedong. And his opponent, representing the forces of evil and all the whining that is the internet, from Terran, it is Acer Innovation. You actually said something that I think is a really cool point, is at the beginning of the year, Innovation was absolutely just knock 'em dead, amazing at TVZ, but it was such a definitive and amazing thing to watch because it was the 15-minute mark. He hit the 15-minute mark, and then he was like, sup, now I have 4 medevacs, I'm dropping all over the place, I'm moving immaculately across the map, and he was just unstoppable at that time. And then Zergs did have kind of this collective coming together of figuring out the metagame and understanding what they then had to do, protecting those banelings, a little bit of mixed aggression, roach baneling assaults, burrowed banelings. These are the kinds of things that Zergs have used to change that. I mean, for a while there, it was hopeless. It was like 60% TVZ win rate, 65. It was getting crazy. There was no super major balance that was changed. It was more just Zergs figuring out how they needed to play the matchup.
And, you know, let's switch sides a little bit now as these two builds are shaping up. We do, I think a gas was taken there from Innovation, so it's like a Reaper expand and just a hatchery first coming from Jaedong, regular openings. But let's talk a little bit about Jaedong. Throughout the year, you know, let's go back to when he was really starting to put results in. His first big event was Stockholm, and against Terran players at Stockholm, at DreamHack Summer, Valencia. He's had pretty good win rates against Terran players, but there's been multiple tournaments now that he's just got smashed 4-0 against Pult, against Bomber. He's gone in, he's had a lot of motivation, a lot of determination going into that series, and he just got pushed to the side, and it was not even close. I
feel like of all 3 matchups for Jaedong, the one where sometimes he gets put down hard, it's the ZvT matchup. It was Bomber and Pult that did the 4-0s at the end of WCS seasonal finals. But even other matchups, he's hit a Tasia wall a time or two. I can't think of a longer series he's played Innovation, but that's certainly the matchup that's a little bit more questionable. And again, I feel like you go back to a map like Belcher Vestige, where if the Terran player does get up to steam and starts doing that parade push mid-game when the 4 base is the big threat point, Jaedong does not thrive there. When Terrans hit 3-3, he's not a big mid-game ZvT player. He likes to definitively win early on or get in a big advantage. Or his late game, like Mutilus Cloud, is really dangerous as well. But that map needs to be larger so that Cloud of Mutilus can give him space, and he's not going to have these bases challenged while that's going on.
And I think the early stages and mid stages, as Innovation does pick up a drone kill there, which is always good to see from a Terran player being able to get at least a drone kill. I think the early stages and mid stages of this map, Bell-shaped Vestige, is where Jaedong's going to thrive. Come to the later stages, as you said, once the Terran player gets 4 bases, and even if he gets close to a 5th, the game absolutely spirals out of control for the Zerg player. It's a small map. Drops can just 1 boost and you're almost in the main base by the time you've got a 4th and a 5th. The way that the way that the armies go down, it's a very filtered map. The Widow Mines do a lot of damage, and once 3-3 has done it, it just goes out of control for the Zerg player. So I think Jaedong, if he wants to win this the first map of this best of 3, needs to do it in the early mid game, or at least go into the late game with a major advantage.
And Sean, I'll tell you, based on this map, Belcher Vestige, based on the opponent, Innovation, one of the scariest Terrans you could possibly face, and it being Jaedong in this first game of the best of 3, I feel like we're looking at a little bit of a life-inspired ZvT. I want to see either the super fast Ling Baneling bust, or maybe even 1-1 melee, just very counterattack heavy.
Well, he has got 14 Zerglings out already, and that's quite a few. You don't really need that many. You ideally would like to be joining a little bit more to saturate these bases, but with 14 Zerglings and speed out, these Reapers are going to instantly die. If Jaedong's able to get a good surround on the Hellions as well, he could even launch a proper counterattack. What happens if he launches a full counterattack, ignores the Reapers and the Hellions, lets them be dealt with the Queens at home, and then goes to the other side of the map and gets to the SCV line? There's multiple options here for Jaedong, but how successful? Because this is quite an investment. 14, 16 Lings when they could have been drones earlier.
He's got to get something done with them, that's for damn sure. And these Hellions are actually sticking back. A lot of times they'll go out mid-map. Innovation must have sniffed something out. We're going for the surround now. Just get 1... maybe 2 Hellions there, but there's still 3 with 2 Reapers, and that's enough, especially with the angles that Innovation's fighting for to defend. So I think what Jaedong has to do based off of that is say, okay, I've got you kind of scared. You're at home worried about an all-in. I'm going to go home with these Lings, get a little bit of map control, and drone up.
And he's decided to go straight for a layer here, Jaedong has. The Lings didn't really pay off as he'd like to. But I guess he's not taking damage, not losing queens. I guess is the good side of these Lings and what they've achieved. But a pretty fast layer coming in from Jaedong. All gases have been taken now inside the main and the natural. And for what it looks to, for me to be looking at here, is it either going to be a fast Spire? We could see a Roach Warren come down soon. He could get fast Roach speed.
I think it's going to be Spire. The Roach Warren would have
Spire.
gone. Yeah, the layer's already at 50%, so a lot of times to have the Roach Warren there. But I think we did have a Tech Lab Starport get swapped out. I want to say Innovation was he might have been thinking about a Banshee opener, but then seeing the Lings in that case, he was like, well, I'm not sure I want to try the on. That's just speculation, but I think that might have came out to play. There is a Viking on the map, of course, but that might just be the follow-up strat, Plan B.
All right, well, these Hellions and Reapers on the right-hand side here, are they going to be able to get some damage done? There's a couple of drones there. They do pull back. And the Innovation doesn't go in, though. As that Spire should be starting now. And there's quite a fast Spire. There it is.
And Bailey at the same time.
Yep.
Circling around there, a very precarious situation that didn't pan out super bad for either players just yet. You can see Innovation sitting at the fringe of the creep saying, look, I know that my time to go in and do eco damage is gone, but I need to get some kind of payment out of these units, so I'm gonna threaten your creep spread. But he knows if he goes on that creep, it's a Zergling death.
Here's a question for you, because I don't think Innovation's going to lose these units, and if we do, I'll stop talking, but what do you think about the lack of investment in upgrades that Jaedong's decided, or should I say not decided, to go for? There's no evolution chambers.
Yeah.
He's obviously going to have a bit, much higher gas count because he's not investing in that. But
That's
do
just
you
the
not
14
feel
Lings.
that these Mulus and Banelings need to absolutely do something in this game?
Yeah.
Because if not, then we already have 1-1 on the way. Baneling speed is already immediately researched. Is this some form of timing, I feel, that is coming out from Jaedong? A Baneling speed with Mulus timing to the natural to try and win the game?
Yeah. I think he's been put into an aggressive mindset from the very beginning when he made those 14 Zerglings. I think from that point forward, he was like, well, I just have to do some damage at this point in time. We can see that right now. The big Zergling counterattack going after the bunker, and it's just sealed up. Innovation's paying attention. That's fine. He does have units out on the map, though, and this is pre-medevac, so, well, actually, there's the medevac down on the right side there. But if these Mules can come out and join that, and those Baileys turn into some kind of big-ass bust, this timing attack's very irregular. Could throw Innovation off. Well,
if Innovation loses his units just carelessly here, that's going to obviously help out Jaedong because those units aren't going to be at home defending. So these need to stay alive. He doesn't want to just lose them. The Mules are coming out, so this is actually very dangerous from Innovation. He does stim. He is going to trade off okay against these Zerglings initially, especially if he drops down there. But Jaedong, if he can pick off these units, this would actually push his attack forward. I'm pretty sure he's going to go for this attack. The medevac's being targeted down, and one of them gets picked off. That's a good stuff for Jaedong here. The second one's getting targeted as well. And is it going to get away? Oh, it just barely gets away there.
For now, their booster's not going to run them forever, and he's not getting joined up mid-map, so a little bit of damage as he unloads a few Marines there. I think the Zerglings went to the right side, though, because, yep, there it is. The reinforcements have arrived mid-map. The Widow Mines do go down. But without the upgrade, they're not connecting super fast, and Jaedong's looking for a big hit here.
He's looking to get rid of some more units here. Every unit he kills is units that aren't going to be able to defend against what we're expecting to see very shortly from Jaedong. And he gets a wraparound with these Zerglings. The Marines are caught and pinned, and every single one of them are going to go down here. And Jaedong with a brilliant strike. Very simple. Mulus and Zerglings. That's all it is. But there is 800 gas banks, and I'm pretty sure that's not going to be Mulus. I'm pretty sure we're going to see a big Baneling morph any second. And he's going to go for the kill. Here it comes in. 12 Banelings getting morphed. And Jaedong's coming for the natural here in control. And he could be able to pick up this if it's a successful attack.
Innovation sees the doom. Just a glimpse of it. There's a lot of Banelings being morphed just outside his natural. The third has been routed. Jaedong, it's important to note, again, no upgrades behind this. He is taking a fourth base, but this is a pseudo timing slash all in. He's got to do it now. He's got the Banelings rolling in. There's not a lot of bioforce. I think Innovation's on the ropes as his natural's getting cracked.
Yeah, look at the supply difference. Jaedong comes crashing in with more Banelings.